Samurots, Skyrander here, and welcome to week 7 of the Eon World Trophy. I'm Salem, the coach of the Solihull Samurotts, and this week we're fighting DrSlaking and the Bowland Bovines. Oh, Bovines. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I am bad with pronunciation. So, their team's really scary. They have Terrakion, which I'm very scared of a choice Scarf Terrakion. I think they're going to bring Terrakion, Mandibuzz, Toxtricity, Cloyster, Whimsicott, and Rapidash. But they also have an Arachnid, Copajar, Rotom, and Claydol. So, the reason I think they're bringing these ones is Terrakion they're brought every single week. So I feel like it's a pretty safe bet. It's super effective on Incineroar, Silvally, Lucario, Glaceon, can be good on Raichu, could even be good on Celebi with X-Scissor. So, like, the only things on our team that can deal with it are, like, Flygon, Milotic, and Gardevoir, really. Celebi can deal with it as well, but, like, if it outspeeds an X-Scissors, it's gone. So, that is definitely one of the biggest threats in this team. Mandibuzz brought, and Toxtricity, both of them brought 5 times out of 7, or 5 times out of 6 so far, so I feel like there's a very good chance they come in. Mandibuzz deals with Celebi very well. It deals with... kind of just deals with Celebi, really, but it's a very bulky wall. So I think even if we aren't super effective on it, it probably is going to have a lot... Like, it's probably going to eat a few hits unless we do a super effective hit. Toxtricity, it is good on the Milotic because it's part electric. It is good on Celebi, I want to say. I don't think... No, actually, no, Celebi's... I think it's neutral on Celebi, and Celebi's super effective on it. But I think Toxtricity is a safe bet, but, you know, it could change because it's not as good as on my team as I thought, now looking at it. Now, Cloyster, I think, is a definite. Because it's Water type, so it's good on Incineroar. Ice type's good on Celebi. Ice type's also good on Flygon. So I think it's a definite. Arachnid could also come out because it's good on Celebi. So I wouldn't be surprised if he brings both. Copajar, I have no idea about as a Pokemon because it is a Gen 8 Pokemon. And as you guys probably know, because I do, you know, I don't make it keep it a secret or anything, I really don't like Gen 8. I don't like any of their designs. Well, there's like very few I like. I like Toxtricity and like Corviknight. But I don't know how they battle because I only use Pokemon that I like. So I've never used a Copajar. And I have no idea what its stats are, what its moveset is, what it can do. I'm just guessing it's a Steel-type Donphan, basically. Just based off design alone. But that is... like, I don't think they're bringing it. It's good on Glaceon, but that's it, really. Like, we have a lot of threats to deal with it, with Incineroar, Lucario, and Flygon. So I don't think they're bringing it, but I would be kind of scary. I'd kind of be scared of it just because I have no idea what it does. Whimsicott, I think it's a safe bet. You know, Prankster. It counters Sableye because it's another Prankster one and it's a Fairy type. Then the Grass type also deals with Milotic very well. Resists Raichu. So I think Whimsicott has a very strong chance of coming. Now, I originally thought Rotom was coming. Being Electric Ghost, it's good on Celebi with its Ghost type, it's good on Milotic. But the thing is, it's not very strong compared to the other Rotom forms, because the other Rotom's forms get a bit of a stat boost. So I predict Rapidash instead. It's good against Celebi, it's good against Lucario, and it gets a lot of coverage. So it's also good on Glaceon, by the way, with its stab. So it gets an electric type move, so if he predicts a switch on Milotic, you could go for like a Wild Charge or something. I'm pretty sure it gets some other, like, good coverage. Like, I think it gets Fighting type coverage, and also Fairy type coverage, if I'm not mistaken, and Steel type coverage. It gets Bug type coverage, Steel type coverage. It gets Drill Run. So, ground type coverage, that goes against Incineroar, it goes against Lucario, already is good against Lucario. Play Rough is good against Sableye and Flygon. Yeah, I think Rapidash is a really good shout here. And then Claydol is also good, because Claydol has Levitate, if I'm not mistaken, so that's good with Flygon. It's also good on Lucario. And it's good on Raichu. So Claydol's a safe bet as well. So that's what I think Slaking's bringing this week. So for what we're bringing, that is not the right team. First off, we got Trunks, the Lucario. So we're running Choice Band again, in a focus this week, and it's got Close Combat, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Poison Jab. So Poison Jab is for the Whimsicott, it's quite effective. Then we have Close Combat for the Terrakion, it's neutral on the Mandibuzz, Cloyster, Copper Jar, and that's it. Earthquake is for the Rapidash, also good on Copper Jar, also good on Terrakion, quite effective on Toxtricity. And then we got Thunder Punch, which is good on Cloyster, Araquanid, and Mandibuzz. So that's why we're bringing all of those moves this week. That is not the right move on again. Then we got Envy again. I've been bringing Envy almost every week. Sableye came in very clutch last week. So we're bringing the exact same set as last week. Knock off Encore, Recover, and Will-O-Wisp. I originally wanted to bring Counter on it and see how that works. But I can't run Prankster and Encore. No, Prankster and Counter at the same time, I think, is the problem. But hopefully Encore comes in clutch again, because last week we did a very good play with Encore, I think, where we Encored a Swords Dance, so he had to switch out, because he just couldn't attack and he was getting burnt damage every turn. So hopefully we can do something like that again this week. That would be very nice. So that's why we're bringing Sableye. GokeyGamer, again, Choice Scarf, as usual. I think we brought, every time we brought in Cinema, we brought the Choice Scarf Parting Shot set, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 1 week we didn't. But it has Fly Blitz, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Parting Shot. So Parting Shot is obviously for the coverage of, you know, being able to switch out, and also get like an attack and special attack lower. Fly Blitz is for the Copper Jar and Whimsicott, and it's just like good stab fire damage. Then we got Thunder Punch for the Mandibuzz, Araquanid, and Cloyster. I don't think I needed a Dart type move this week, because the only thing it was good on was Rotom and Claydol. And I figured, like, I didn't really need it for them, because I didn't think they were going to come anyway, and I've got other Pokemon to deal with them. And then we got Earthquake, which is for the Toxtricity. And it can also be used on Rapidash, and, like, some other Pokemon. So that's why we're bringing all of those moves, and Parting Shot, of course, which I've already talked about. Then we're bringing Sophis, our Celebi, with the Expert Belt, since I don't want it to, like, deal damage to itself with Life Orb. I brought Giga Drain so we could try to recover some health. It's also really good on the Terrakion and Claydol. And will do neutral damage to Cloyster and Araquanid, I believe. Maybe super effective on one of them, but I know it's they're part Bug and part Ice, respectively. We have Aura Sphere for the Terrakion. It's also neutral on the Mandibuzz. Super effective on Cloyster, super effective on Copper Jar. So that's why we brought those. Earth Power is super effective on Rapidash and Toxtricity, so if we can predict a switch on those, it'd be very nice. Also very good on Terrakion. Then we have Pollen Puff, which is for the Whimsicott. It's super effective on Claydol, but then we also got Bug on it. I think it's mainly for the Whimsicott I brought the Bug move, wasn't it? Oh, where did I bring Pollen Puff? Huh, I probably shouldn't have brought Pollen Puff. Never mind. Okay, realizing a mistake now, because I always, like, realize mistakes, like, flaws in my moveset, like, right before the battle, because I'm recording the team builder, and then I'm recording the battle, I'm like, I shouldn't have brought Pollen Puff. Then for the first time, we're bringing a non-specs Flygon. We're bringing Banded Flygon this week, and we got Earthquake, Rock Slide, U-Turn, and Fire Punch. So I think Banded was better, because I wanted a good Rock-type move for the Mandibuzz. So we got Earthquake for Terrakion, Toxtricity, Copper Jar, and Rapidash. We got Rock Slide, which is good for the Araquanid, Cloyster, and Mandibuzz. U-Turn, just to get some switch control. And then we got Fire Punch, which is good on the Whimsicott and the Copper Jar. I feel like there might have been a better physical move I could have brought, like a Dart type move or something, like Throat Chop, I think it gets, which would have been nice for the Rotom. But, oh well, what's done is done. And then our last Pokemon is Robin. So we're bringing Focus Sash set again, and it has got Thunderbolt, Surf, Focus Blast, and Counter. So Focus Blast is for the Terrakion, it is for the Cloyster, it is for the Copajar. We got Thunderbolt, which is good against Mandibuzz, Araquanid, and Cloyster. And then we've got Surf, which is good on the Rapidash and Claydol. And it's also got a Terrakion, actually. And then we got Counter, because if we can counter for Terrakion, or we can counter the Cloyster or something, probably not Cloyster, but you know, because we'll probably just Thunderbolt that one. But if we can counter a physical threat on this team and just insta-kill it, then we should probably outspeed everything else. So I think that would be really cool if we can do that. So that is my team this week. I'm gonna jump right into the battle now. So I hope you enjoy it, and that should be up tomorrow on the channel, since I've actually managed to record this one in advance. The other ones have been very last minute, and have been like a day late with a team builder, or a couple of days late. But this time, it's, you know, recording this like the day after the week 6 battle. So this should go up on Saturday, and then the battle will go up on Sunday. So I'll see you guys then, my dudes. Bye.